After tonight, we are going to be only 1 week away from Gekishin Squadra Season 4. We're going to have like a final weekly update tonight. It's not going to really be anything too crazy, of course, as we heat up for the half anniversary. Now, I see a lot of excitement from the Gekishin community in terms of what could happen. And of course, you know, we're all excited to see what the new character will be, whether it's like a Gogeta or Goku Black or whatever exciting character comes out. We know that they're going to pick a character that's exciting. It's going to be a thing. But what I think is the most important thing beyond that character is what changes are they going to make to the game beyond just balance changes, which I think they've been doing a good job at. How are they going to make the game feel different? Is this going to be a new, not necessarily era, but just shift, a step in the right direction for the game to succeed? Because, whilst I do feel like, you know, the people who are still in the game are enjoying it, how are they going to further increase their player base? You know, what are they going to do in order to try and achieve that? A lot of people have issues with the game in terms of just, you know, how it's designed or character balance, things like that. I think that's fair. And I feel like what they need to do is make something fresh, because one thing that we can say, this map has been pretty much the exact same since the Project Multi network test. Of course, there's been changes made to it from Project Multi to Gekishin Squadra, but it's pretty much the same in terms of its overall layout. And there's just an era of, we've seen this for years at this point. We're used to this kind of screen, especially over the last 6 months since this game has been out. It's a thing of people are just going to want something new at this point. And they do bring out those sub modes, which are cool, you know, like the sword delivery or land grab. But realistically, that's not what people are hopping on Gekishin to play. You know, it's like fun at an initial glance, but are people actually sitting around to play those? Not really. And that's really the biggest issue. People want something new and exciting. People want something that'll change up how they play the game. You know, just a way to keep playing as well. Besides just, oh, we're going to do the same kind of path of gameplay every single time. And at a certain point, it gets a little bit monotonous. So I hope that, you know, there is some big changes. Now, Gekishin as an exchange for the Android 16 boss was actually a really good step in the right direction. I feel like this guy is a much more interactive fight in the sense that you do want to more than likely take a team fight right before Gekishin. You know, characters that hit multiple enemies at once can't really start his boss effectively. Multiple things like that. And I just really like this boss design, and I hope that they continue with just this uniqueness rather than, you know, oh, Android 16 at super low health, you know, he can just essentially, you know, blow everyone up around him. But it's like you just one-shot him and maul him. Or Nappa, who currently in the fight, I think that at bare minimum, Nappa as a boss needs to be exchanged for another boss. Like, that is, honestly, for half anniversary, I am having higher expectations. That is my bare minimum expectation here, because they're making it up to be a big thing. They announced this a while ago at this point. And Saiyan Day, like Saiyan Day is like one of the Dragon Ball days. I expect it for half anniversary. If they're making it such big of a deal, we need to see some huge changes. And I mean, in my opinion, a new map would be just so nice. Maybe even different objectives are needed on the map. We have the 4 bosses right now in the towers. What if they change the layouts where, you know, maybe there's more than 2 lanes, or maybe instead of 3 bosses, there's only 2 bosses, or maybe it's just like multiple, like, you know, 3 towers in each side rather than 4, and then there's no bosses. Or it's like there's no triple boss because like maybe, or like maybe there's 2 bosses and you can't get a triple boss mechanic. Like, something to change how you play the game a little bit would be just really nice. And of course, I'm just saying like very basic general thoughts I have at the top of my head. I'm sure that there's more options, and, you know, if they play testing and things like that, they'll see what works and what doesn't. But at least the ambition to try something new here, something that we haven't seen before. Instead of putting time into the sub game modes that, again, like I said, realistically, people aren't hopping on to play those sub game modes. People are hopping on to play Gekishin Squadra. Put in the effort to make a whole different map. That's what I want to see. But that's like my biggest thing. I can ask the community to see, you know, ask for things like, what do you want to see besides just balance changes? Like, what will make the game feel different? What will make you come back and try the game out besides, oh, this character got nerfed, this character got buffed, right? The basic stuff. So, new divine cards. I think new divine cards, new ways to customize your characters would be a really good idea. Remove Jackie Chun and Nappa. I mean, they could remove Jackie Chun and Nappa. Like, I could see it, but I don't think that they would remove Jackie Chun. I actually quite like him as a boss. I think, you know, him, Brienne, and Jacko have like these. It's not like the iframes are like necessarily a good thing. It's, you could almost say like a little bit of a lazy way to make it interactive, but it's a way where you can't just like one shot the boss and just like melt it down in 1 second. Unlike the Nappa boss, which is why I think the Nappa boss is the most important one to change. And that boss, something has to change for it, or it just has to be removed completely. You know, in terms of bosses, I was talking with Mike the other day, and I had a really interesting idea. Like, imagine like a Android 19 boss or a Dr. Gero boss where they absorb Ki Blast, or it's like, you know, okay, at certain points they absorb Ki Blast, at certain points they have higher reduction to physical attacks, and it determines, okay, what moves you throw out, what characters are used at certain points, like etc., and you need to take advantage of the certain points. I think that could be really interesting. In order to secure that boss, it could like differentiate certain team builds from being used together and things like that, right? That could be really cool. I think like a absorbing Ki Blast boss. I almost said Super 17, but I feel like Super 17 would like these characters that are being released as bosses. I feel like they don't have plans to make them playable characters. I mean, that could be why they removed 16, because I think 16 eventually will be a playable character, more likely than Jackie Chun or Jacko or even Nappa, like before Nappa would. But like Nappa as a character I see in the future, he could have like a stab him and mechanic. He could, you know, be a playable character, so maybe they replace him later on. But either way, I think that's another thing right here. Divine draws that are Superstar and Team Rush Go or whatever. Make emotes that have been rotated out of banners available with EX tokens. I think that it is pretty silly that a game with a gacha element in 2026 does not have any pity system whatsoever. I think that just having no pity system is stupid. Like, why? Why do you not have a way to guarantee those, like, emotes? Hopefully they add one for half anniversary bare minimum, but we'll see. New bigger map, more towers, longer games, remove chipping. Okay. The thing about chipping is I almost half agree with you there, but I just think chipping is a necessary evil. Something probably still has to be adjusted with it, but more so I feel like the biggest issue to me is not even just chipping. It's like backdooring. I feel like is an issue, and that they have never really tried to address here. I think that backdooring, especially, just like allows a character like Hit to be very obnoxious, dude. But I don't know what they would change. I mean, my idea for chipping was that you do less tower damage if you don't have like an ally like near you, and it's like, okay, that incentivizes actual team pushes and coordination rather than, oh, I'm just gonna send myself to I'm just gonna throw myself at tower. You know, kind of like not necessarily like meathead, but like, you guys get my point. Move Zeno Erasure. I don't really think that's a big deal. Like, it's whatever. No Jackie Chun again. Okay, wow. I do not like that boss. Revive Pod and Vanish Divine draws outs. And big nerf to Kepler. Bring back Scope Boost 1 or 2. Yeah, I mean, those are very popular. I think for Divine draws, they should have Skill 1, Skill 2, and Skill Boost. Like, all three of them should be present. Like, these Divine draws should add to your character, not strip away their abilities or strip away your abilities or things like that. Like, Mystery HP, enemy bombs, like a lot of these are just like annoyances that like hindrance you rather than help you in a sense. So Like the negatives outweigh the goods with those. Personally, you like more boss changes to add more variety. Remove the vanish draw, that as well. Add gems to rank to make it worth grinding more. I mean, yeah, I definitely could see like gems being a ranked like reward. I don't know why it's not actually. And generally more quality life players with capsules in the shop would be appreciated. Maybe rerun old character animations. You don't play Gekishin, but do not remove Gekishin. Yeah, I like the Gekishin boss, man. I don't know. New map. Dude, why do so many people hate Gekishin? That's what? Have to make this a tweet. That's so crazy. What? Maybe I'm the insane one. The concept of hidden ultimate Gohan, yeah. Deborah too. Yeah, exactly. Because of Deborah, remove vanishing step, divine draw. Exactly. Yeah, new map, at least aesthetic. Like, yeah, even if it's just an aesthetic change, I wouldn't like it. Because I feel like the whole point of me wanting a new map really is like the idea that they would essentially kind of it would change how the game is played a little bit rather than just aesthetically looking different. But even if it's just aesthetic, it would just still be nice to see different things. But I mean, we'll see. Because I would love like for there to be like different spots for like, you know, invisibility or clouds or grass. Maybe we could have more like Namek-ish spots around here. We could have like, you know, if it is like Gogeta, what if we get like a hellish kind of part of the map where it's like there's hell and things like that. Could be really fun, but who knows? Like well, this is kind of like a tournament power-ish kind of ring, but not really. I think there's so many places in the Dragon Ball they can take inspiration from, like even the Demon Realm from Daima. There's many things. I think this image sums up your thoughts pretty well. Let's take a look here, Eric. Peak is Superstar, cool is Vanish Step, and then Team Rusco. I think honestly, Vanish Step is fine. It just needs like to not give as much as it does. It should be like, it gives you 3/4 of your Vanish Step back. It should give you like 1/4, a quarter of it at most. Like at most, that's the farthest it should go. The fact that it is what it is right now is a bit silly. These four I think just need to be removed. I don't know. And to be fair, this is part of me is talking about this because I ran into Hit yesterday, and Hit is an annoying character. It is. Okay. New map. Let us choose a sub mode we want to play in customs, even if it's not available during the season. Yeah, that's another thing. Like they create these sub modes and then they just take it away. Like, yeah, actually it's not available anymore. Like, why? What's the point? You put in all that work for like an entire game mode and you just don't even allow it to be playable? Like, is that not just such a silly idea? Like, you spend all that dev time and don't even give people the option to even still play it. Like, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Skins need to be added way more frequently. Imagine this is a Bandai Toei thing. It could be. Like, I feel like each weekly update should drop some skins. I don't know. That's just me, though. Especially since, like, half the skins are, like... Because half of this quote-unquote skins that are added are just kind of, like, recolors, which is fine. It's, like, still something unique, but... Like, we're not seeing a lot of, like, actual skins, you know? Like, actual costume changes. Like, the last one we got was the Badman Vegeta, I think, right? So, give way more gems. They're basically giving us 2 Dragon Stones per week. Yeah, the gems definitely need to be upgraded, for sure. I would agree with you there. Bans! I don't think we have enough characters for it yet, but bans. I mean, honestly, like, if they add one ban, like, one single character ban from each team, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. Where it's like, you select the ban and then you pick your characters. Like, yeah, I really don't see that being an issue at all. Like, there's enough characters to, like, ban one character Yeah, I think that's fine because at least in ranked mode, obviously, you know, there's still quick battle, there's still just other modes as well, but like in it would be nice to be able to ban a character that you really hate. And that would also tell the devs, oh, people really hate this character. This is the most banned character in this season. Maybe we should do something about it. It would be really fun to get those statistics where it's like they give us these stats. Dang, I wonder if I could bring it up here. They do give us these stats where we see like all the characters. Oh, not my likes. Oh, whoa. There's nothing bad in there, but like still, like this right here. It's like, oh, most banned character. That'd be pretty funny, but yeah. I just think bans, it's just a necessary evil. People might not like it, but I think it is a necessary evil. So yeah. New map, move Gekishin. Again? Am I crazy? What? People are saying Gekishin over Nappa? Like, I have to be like, this is where it's like more casual players. I mean, pretty infuriating when he does the after image every 10 seconds and your ult misses because of that. I mean, if I speak, I'm in trouble. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. But 3 more divine draws. Yep. Remove mystery HP and cloud divine draw. Yeah. Again, that's what everyone wants to see. Yeah. Again, a lot of people, like I said, want to see the same thing, something new. You're the only one who likes the healing pod. I think it would be very fun if you have good teammates, but that can be said for the whole game. I mean, yeah. I feel like, in my opinion, most people don't have fun with it, so there's not really a point to keep it in the game. Does that make sense? Like, I don't necessarily think that it's an issue most of the time, unless your team is really not paying attention to them, but people don't like it, so I think it's fine. Make the dragon shells health restore with time to make a comeback mechanic. Ooh, I see. So you're saying that the dragon shells should heal over time. I think that could be interesting. How would you guys feel about that? The dragon shell healed over time, or you know, in general, I think it should just be tankier. Because for some reason, the dragon shell you could just one shot with ease, and it's not really a big deal to like kind of wipe it out. I would like to see the dragon shell kind of be stronger in general. Delete the team's KO buff. Not having players to attack and defend is punishing enough. Delete the team KO buff? I mean, I guess I could see why. Like, getting team wipes are very strong, but it's not often to get a team wipe unless your team is not positioned properly or staying too grouped up or many things like that. I mean, again, at a certain point though, things do snowball, and then having a team KO is just like, oh, GG, you win. But also, I guess they could just remove the, like, rather than it taking both, putting both Zenos on both of your towers essentially, maybe it should not do that. So you at least still don't instant lose from a team KO. Because again, like this person's saying, not having anyone to attack or defend is already punishing for the team KO. Like, rather than having both Zenos attack, maybe it could give a slight speed boost temporarily until like the ally or one of the allies on the enemy team does kind of revive. I don't know. I think this is fair. I think this is like a genuinely fair criticism. More slots to be set for cards or switch for every character. Yeah, okay. More free characters besides the premium ones and a better way to communicate with your team. Communication is very important, but I've always said this, like, what if, how are they going to drop Tien, you know, as a paid character? How are they going to drop even like Nap as a paid character if they do that in the future? How would they drop, you know, Roshi? Like, are they going to have Roshi 3 weeks in a season? I don't know. I don't know if they would. They could, but will they? I feel like I could see them potentially dropping, like, let's say we got an Ultra Instinct Goku, and then with him they drop like Roshi as like a playable character, but Roshi's free or at the bare minimum like discounted. Like I don't know. I feel like that's like the one thing I can think of at this point, because we saw the reception to Topo, and that's all I'm gonna say. But we like since then we haven't gotten a character that I feel like. I mean, it's early on in the game's like lifespan potentially, but well, we got in season 2 Ultimate Gohan, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, then Broly. Then in season 3 we have Kefla, Bardock, and Super Vegito, like all Saiyans. Like we've gotten non-stop Saiyans since Topo. So a lot of people really want a villain too, by the way. I think Janemba would be a really good drop, but what if they drop Pikkon? Like imagine they drop Super Gogeta, then a free Pikkon with him. And it's like, okay, if you, or it's like a Pikkon that's paid, but he has a mission to get him. You know how they have those weekly missions to get a free hero? Imagine a Pikkon that's, okay, 120 gems in the store, or he's available in the Star Collection, but he has a mission where it's like you play this role 10 times, you get Pikkon. Like what if Pikkon's like a technical, and then Gogeta is a damage role character, and then like they're kind of meant to be lanes together that has synergy. That could be interesting. Dragon Shell, yep. Scrap and redesign all divine draws. Yeah, I just can't have a team clear all their ultimates and take it in 5 seconds. Ginyu Force boss could be really cool, honestly. Yeah. Oh, you know, that's such a good take. Being able to see the exact numbers / multipliers of damage and stats of each characters, especially since the descriptions aren't always clear until the full pictures. This person is bringing up such a great feedback right here, because why can't we see that? Like, what is the reason for not giving us this information? Because they tell us this information in the patch notes. Like they assume we already know what these details are before they do it. Like, is that not strange? The patch notes are the only places where we see these damage values with these numbers at all. It's like, it feels so weird. And especially, you know, it especially felt weird when they first dropped patch notes. And it's like, okay, like right now, you cannot tell me right now. Well, you probably could reverse engineer the attack numbers for like Kefla or something, but you can't tell me when Gogeta comes out, the first day he comes out, what his damage on his skill 1 is going to do, or skill 2, or his ultimate. Like, you have to like sit in there and like reverse engineer it, essentially. At least a little bit. So like, I guess there is the number that shows when you actually hit an enemy, but there's like other things that can like influence how much damage you do, and things like snowball stacks and things like that, which is why like having the actual numbers would be so good instead of someone having to go through and compile it in a spreadsheet themselves, because the game doesn't want to give us it. Like it does not hurt to give us more details, more numbers like this. And a game like this, where other mobile games I believe do this. So everyone hates divine draws. The random divine draw, everyone is assigned to a random character based on selected class, and then boss spawn locations get randomized. Imagine getting shafted with this though. Like imagine getting shafted with this, like you get Topo and Deborah, and then your enemy team gets like Kefla, Bardock, and Vegito or something. Like it could happen. Maybe they would like change the rates based off of the most used characters, but then I don't know. Those numbers of the most used characters are kind of like, we have Cell top 3. Oh, I think this is cool though. Boss spawn locations to be randomized. I mean, realistically, I think this is how it should work in general. But that's just me. But you want to see change helpers mid-game is something you've been wanting to see. Every 5 minutes, you could choose a different one. Change helpers mid-game would be cool. I mean, honestly, I wonder how the game would work if you could make a character switch once. Like a one-time character switch. Mid-match. But then it's like you... Obviously would like... I don't know. Like you would have... Not necessarily the same cause, but maybe like, okay, as consequence, you lose like part of your ultimate charge and maybe even snowball stacks if you have any stacks could be like reduced. Bring back the giant bosses. Like you're talking about the Great Ape. I think it's fine. Hope we get the Ozaru boss we saw way back during the reveal. I don't think that they're ever gonna bring this back. Because again, this was the network test. Like Project Multi in 2024. They're not gonna bring it back. I would assume not. I mean, they could theoretically as like a normal boss, I guess, but I don't know. Remove Cloud Cover and Revival. Nerf Vanish cooldown, Divine Draw. Okay. A new draw is like a boss revival. Bosses have a second phase fight. Okay, that could be cool, actually. Yeah, like I said, 2 maps and rotations would be a great change of pace here. You're really starting to get bored and getting bots every match is painful. New lobby could be cool too. New background music, a new interface, new maps, and proper ranking rewards. Make the first half of the match more interactive? I guess so. We're seeing a lot of the same thing. And then more content, especially at the season end. Yeah, the end of the season really drops off. And it's just something that happens with many games, but like, I don't know. It's really just like, oh, do more things. But it's not that simple, I feel like. A 5v5 mode with jungle could be really cool. What would they do for the 5th character? Like, would they just add... Would it be just like a flex option where you could pick any character? I don't know what they would do with that, but... A 5v5 mode with a jungle would be interesting for sure. Again, like, imagine that, like, it's a different map. That could be really interesting. I would like that. Toxic Divine Draws, get rid of them. Different team dynamics. Instead of 2 DPS, 1 tank, 1 tech, 3 DPS, 1 tech, or tank. Basically, any different combinations of teams. I feel like that probably wouldn't be a good idea. Especially when it comes to solo queue. Like, imagine... I mean, each team I feel like needs a tank and a technical. But then everyone's going to be going DPS, man. It's just gonna, you know, it's bringing me Marvel Rivals flashbacks. I do not want that if I'm solo queuing. Bojack and Gotank's new skins. This is a good idea. Update the tutorial. And lock new players out of ranked until they play a certain amount of matches. Because it's really weird that they make ranked the main mode as if it's like quick battle, you know? Like, I feel like rank should not be pushed as the mode that beginners push into, you know? Updating the tutorial would be really useful because I feel like there's just more information that can be covered. Like, they should actually show the actual map with it too. Yeah, the voice lines when using pings are incredibly inconsistent. Yeah, one thing I will say is since it's a mobile game, they probably don't want matches to be too long. Everyone is saying the new map is unlikely if this game is following in steps of other MOBAs, but definitely new mid bosses. Maybe it was our bringbacks? Yeah. Multiple maps that require different playstyles. I'm not sure if I would expect multiple maps, but 1 map would be awesome. Make Divine Draws not pissing me off. Okay. I mean, we're seeing a lot of the same stuff here, so I'm gonna end it here. It's what, like a 30-minute video? I think that's good enough. So let me know what y'all are thinking. I appreciate y'all for watching. If there's anything I missed, just also tell me in the comment section below. And hopefully that, even if some of these changes don't come in Season 4, hopefully that they'll come in the near future. But I'll catch you guys next time, and peace out.